to my channel, Coin Lady, and thank you for returning. As you may have heard by now, yesterday was the last day for the SEC against Ripple lawsuit. The question now is, will either side, Ripple or the SEC, appeal any portion of Judge Torres's decision? Most importantly, I believe that everyone is worried about the SEC appeal and what it could signify for the XRP price, but no one knows for sure. Perhaps investors become a bit frightened. Since XRP already has that legal clarity, which isn't really all that appealing, I find it hard to believe that it would significantly affect XRP's ability to go on a bull run this market cycle. Unless the market fails to grasp this, I fail to see how it will harm XRP in the long run. However, I do believe that it may instill a sense of dread in some individuals in the near future. I can definitely make that happen. So as not to alarm anyone, I will simply relay the views of a number of XRP community attorneys, including Jeremy Hogan, who is essentially sounding the alarm that the SEC will likely, though not necessarily, appeal the Torres ruling. Now he's not putting at a 90-yard, 100% chance. I will reveal his precise words right away so as not to give too much away, but I will tell you now. The likelihood of an appeal by the SEC is high, in his opinion. Just so we're clear, I don't come from a financial family or anything. I am simply an enthusiast that enjoys making YouTube videos about crypto-related things for fun and as a hobby. I am not giving financial advice, and you should not buy or sell anything because of what I say. Now, I have heard from 4 XRP community attorneys, and 3 of them do believe that the SEC will likely file an appeal. Also, I am not a lawyer. On YouTube, I merely play one. You really don't need me to give you my honest opinion on this and the likelihood of it happening. In any case, I'd like to provide you some insight from real lawyers on this topic. In terms of posture, this might be dropping hints. Fox Business Network writer Eleanor Turt contacted the SEC after publishing this piece. Here you can see something. Today, early this morning, she writes brand new in response to my request for comment over the Ripple ruling. A spokesman for the SEC provided the following statement. This is therefore SEC related. Take note of the SEC's official stance as it develops in this statement. Based on Ripple's demonstrated propensity to test the limits of the court's summary judgment order, the court has decided to grant the SEC's motion for remedies, which include an injunction prohibiting the company from violating the securities laws and substantial civil monetary penalties totaling more than 12 times what Ripple had previously proposed as appropriate. Finally, the court discussed how terrible Ripple's behavior was and how serious an offense it is that they violate Section 5 so frequently and for such a large sum of money. As previous courts have established, the securities laws apply to all companies that offer and sell investment contracts, no matter what technology or labels they use. According to what she writes, the replies from both parties indicate that they are satisfied with the outcome. Since the SEC's first suggestion was $1,003 higher, Ripple is ecstatic. I don't think either side will be able to challenge the remedy's finding, so the SEC may celebrate. Ripple will now pay 12 times what it originally requested, and the judge ruled that the firm had broken securities laws. Final judgment has been reached, so I'm just saying this while wearing my "I'm not a lawyer" t-shirt, which is fair enough. That's why I'm just like, guys, I don't know, but I do think the SEC would challenge the July 2023 ruling. I'll simply relay the attorney's statements to you. I'm not one of them, but that's the SEC's stance, and it seems like this piece of information could make it seem like they're not sure they want to appeal. How can they possibly claim, yeah, this is a slam dunk? That's the kind of statement we're making, so we're winning. But then they say things like, but we're unhappy about what happened. For the simple reason that we're a bunch of pricks and the bitch-ass SEC. These things don't go together, do they? They are, in fact, a group of complete and utter jerks, but I suppose they could pull it off. Is it going to be well? I guess we'll find out. It is attorney Fred Rispolli's opinion that the SEC will not file an appeal. Actually, he penned the subsequent, the rhetoric used by both parties is characteristic of those who are satisfied. I don't intend to appeal the decision. I really hope he's correct. I am not claiming to be an expert. I really hope he's right. In response, the Jungle League stated, it appears that both parties have received enough from this. Both appeals carry a considerable degree of risk. I believe it's over if everyone is acting rationally. Finally, Fred gave the little 100 emoji as a response. The issue therefore becomes whether or not the SEC will act rationally in this case. The SEC had originally requested $2 billion, but the court cut their claim in half, 94%, to reflect their admission that they had overplayed their hand. Brad Garlinghouse posted about this yesterday, in case you missed it. The court's judgment has given us the clarity we need to keep expanding our business. For Ripple, this is a triumph. Now that the industry and the rule of law have been overcome, the SEC headwinds that affected the entire XRP community have also been eliminated. So, there you have it, with arguments from both sides, claiming victory. The current tone is that, in my opinion, Ripple has all the important pieces. Looking at it from a different angle, Ripple clearly came out ahead in this agreement. Nearly all of the SEC's demands were met. Plus, you find it entertaining since they're historically inaccurate. Just waiting for a response from Gary Gensler regarding the Ripple ruling. This post is from attorney James Murphy, also known as Metal Lawman. He intends to portray it as a triumph. I seriously doubt he will reveal if they plan to appeal, though. A lawyer's usual duties include outlining the potential problems on appeal and estimating the likelihood of success. Yes, it does take time. Yes, and that implies the SEC may not even be sure they will appeal at this very moment. Even if they haven't finished examining it yet, they have 60 days from today to do so. Here, though, attorney Murphy does believe that an appeal by the SEC is the most likely outcome. Consequently, he gave a comprehensive breakdown in this video clip that lasts for approximately 3.5 minutes. In his conversation with Scott Melker, also known as the Wolf of All Streets, he provided a compelling rationale for his strong belief in that likelihood. He made a few notes as well. According to him, the SEC is seriously screwed up if they don't receive disgorgement in this instance. If this is the norm, they won't be able to get anything they want in future cases. He went on to say that the statute was altered by the Second Circuit late last year so that in order for a defendant to be ordered to pay disgorgement, proof of a loss, real financial loss, had to be presented. So, that was a stroke of luck for Ripple that really paid off in this case. However, he did point out that the Fifth Circuit does not adhere to the same standard, so there is some disagreement. According to attorney Murphy, this increases the likelihood that the SEC will file an appeal, and he also believes that the SEC must pursue the tourist ruling on XRP sales on exchanges. At this point, I will simply halt to make a note about the current state of XRP. So much for dicta. Even from a technical one, that isn't appealing, as attorney Hogan pointed out first. However, in addition, he brought up the fact that, as attorney Murphy pointed out, the SEC had already requested an expedited appeal in the Ripple action through an interlocutory appeal. That was done around a year ago, but it was later deemed unfounded because, well, they were strongly against the tour's judgment regarding XRP transactions and cryptocurrency exchanges. Now that the case is concluded, the fact that they did that a year ago almost suggests that they may file a standard appeal. This is the argument put out by attorney Jeremy Hogan. It is also the argument put forth by attorney Murphy. The ruling of SEC appeals Judge Torres is an aberration, according to him, and no one appears to be adopting his 60% likelihood estimate. I still think there's a 60% probability, because the SEC doesn't act like a normal litigant. It doesn't affect the SEC as much as it might have, and an appeal might possibly backfire. Yeah, I guess that's true. My video's viewers have my gratitude. Please let me know what you think of my video. When you're done, hit that subscribe button and let me know what you think.